family and friends. Welcome to the Indie Show. This evening, our featured guest is Winston Gay. Hello, Winston Gay.
Hello again.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
It's good to see you,
It's
Winston.
good to be back
It's always
here.
good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to be back here again. It's been what? How many years has it been?
No, it hasn't been years, a couple months, but whenever you come, you're welcome. And we always learn new and creative things that you're doing, and that's what we're going to learn tonight, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and yes.
Okay. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty, and you tell us about that new CD that you have out now.
The new CD is a play on words and on my first name. And
Okay. All right, I get it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And the new CD is entitled Wonderful.
Okay. I was
Actually,
wondering where that
simply
name came.
wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay.
You know, people, maybe the next one will be called Winnie-licious.
And what's that?
It's a play on my first name.
Oh,
again.
okay. All right. Yeah.
Wintastic.
Well, let's talk about that
Winter
CD.
Baby.
Let's talk about that CD.
Okay.
First of all, how many tunes are on there?
There are, it's a collection of 12 songs.
12 songs.
original songs.
Okay.
Hmm.
And did you collaborate with anyone with the CD, or did you do it as Winston and his guitar?
Well, I am the author of all 12,
Okay.
except for You Can Always Count on Me, and
Okay.
the great
That's number 9.
guitarist and songwriter James Herb Smith
Oh,
collaborated with me on that
okay.
one.
Yes. Thank you, Herb. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So, you produced all of your tunes.
Yes,
You played all of your tunes.
yes, a producer oversees the entire shebang.
You did everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, congratulations, because I had a chance to listen to almost all of them. Okay, the other day, because we played them on the radio, and it's a great CD.
Thank you.
I wish you a lot of success with that CD.
Thank you. It took quite a while. As a matter of fact, I'm in my own heart and mind. I'm 2 years. That CD is 2 years overdue.
Well, at least it's done.
Yeah,
You know, that's
yeah.
done.
I'm so glad that it's done. It was a lot of work for one person.
Yes.
You know, I wore all the hats. When you wear all the hats, it takes longer. And you are solely responsible if the album is deemed good or not. Yeah. I can't blame anybody else.
Well, it's not blame, because things are so different nowadays. You can have a good album or a good single, and it may not do anything. And it's not always blaming yourself for that either, because there's so many things that's changed.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I understand perfectly. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now with your CD, you said it took about 2 years to do.
No, well, in its inception, the inception of some of these songs goes all the way back to 1975.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the actual production, the actual production was about 2 years.
Okay. So some of these songs you started to write like that in 1970. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And you completed them.
In 1975, I actually that was my first 5-song original demo that I did here in Philadelphia at on Cheltenham Avenue at a studio called
Cheltenham Avenue.
Jesse James Studio.
Okay.
That wasn't the name of the studio, but the proprietor was named Jesse James.
Okay.
No play on words on that one. We'll leave that one alone.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what's the, but go ahead.
Yeah. And one song, Butterfly, I've included on this 12-song CD, which is actually one of my favorites.
Butterfly. That's a beautiful song. Let's talk about some of these songs. As we listened to them, as Gil and I listened the other day, like he had a favorite, and I had a favorite. I Love to Dance. Okay, so the first song caught me. Okay, and that was "Ready for You."
Ready for You. Yes, yes. I purposed. Well, here's my take on producing a CD.
Okay.
As a producer.
Okay.
Your CD should mirror what you would do live on the actual show.
Right.
And so, far be it from any, let's say, sensible performer to come out on a stage and come out with a ballad and start with a ballad.
Okay.
You know, you want to start with a rollicking song. You know, something people can rock to.
I feel that way too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really feel. Is that to get your attention, get their attention or something?
Yeah, that's part of an attention getter. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, "Ready for You" was actually a song I wrote for someone else, and I did a rendition of that for someone else, and it was okay. You know, I liked it. He liked it. But the same song I took and doing it for me, I kind of Winstonized it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Made it you. Made
Huh?
it you. You made it you. Because like when we first played the CD, when we first began to play the CD, "Ready for You" came on, and it's a funky tune. You know?
Oh yeah.
I really, really liked it.
Woo!
And I said, Gilbert, I really like this. And he said, yeah, it's good. Let's continue. So we went on down the line. How about "Cell Phone"?
Ha! "Cell Phone" is another song that I actually produced on a good friend of mine, which you may have here at some point. Goes by the name of Masha T.
Masha T.
Masha T.
I met her.
Mm-hmm.
I met her. We met Masha, right?
Yes.
Masha. Yeah. Masha.
Hello, everybody. It's Masha. Not Marsha. Not Marsha. It's Masha.
Yeah.
Repeat that 10 times.
She's a good singer. She's a really good singer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she co-wrote this?
No.
No?
I wrote that cell phone with a female in mind.
And it was her. It was her. Yeah. Masha
and she was available at the time.
Okay.
And she was willing.
Okay. All right.
And so I produced it for her, and she did a great job. She's a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And kind of so am I. And
she's a good performer too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And hi, Masha. Masha.
Okay.
And then I wrote. Actually, I have a concept for all these songs, for videos for all these songs. Okay. And for "Cell Phone," I have a video concept.
Okay.
And I did the story. Being an artist, a graphic artist myself, I storyboarded it. And I have a great. So anyone who is out there who wants to just fund the Simply Music and Ever Productions video venture, please contact us.
Yes.
Because I've got video concepts, just like Michael Jackson did and everything, you know. But Michael had a lot of money behind him, okay, to do those videos. All right.
Yes.
So it takes a little money. Yeah. Somebody frying bacon?
No, that's supposed to be applause.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody was frying bacon. I was gonna give me 2 slices of turkey bacon, please.
Okay. So then you went into I wouldn't change a thing. Is this something, a personal kind of thing?
Songs basically are personal to the author, to the writer.
Okay. Okay.
Because we draw from real life experiences.
Yes, we do.
Now, many songs that I've written were actually drawn from fantasies.
Yeah.
Okay, you can draw a song from Annie. You can draw a song from a fantasy. You can draw a song from a real life experience. It's all real life, whether it's fantasy or not, because you can only being of Earth. Your fantasy is limited to being an Earthling, so to speak. So.
I agree with that.
These songs are personal. You know, these songs are personal songs.
Yeah, I agree with that because, like, sometimes I would experience something and I could express myself in song. you know.
Yes.
And the melody, the lyrics just come because it's so real.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes I can fantasize on something, and I can do it the same way. It comes real easy. Whenever I have a problem writing a song, I put it down for a while. So it's not coming. I pick it up when the time is right.
I have a remedy for that.
What?
In my
Drink
book.
some wine?
No.
What?
In my book,
What?
in the Monster Songwriters Manual. Monster Songwriters Manual. I'm not plugging that.
Okay.
I have a remedy for that.
Okay.
It's called the chapter's called Writer's Block.
Yeah.
What to do when you have writer's block.
Yeah.
You want?
Yeah, tell me, because Gilbert's saying something.
Do you want to know the remedy?
Yeah, tell me the remedy.
Buy the book.
I have the book.
Okay.
I think I have your book. But let me tell you one thing. I told you it's not a lot of time to read. Okay? You know?
I'll tell you the remedy.
So maybe is the book online? Can you read it online?
Yes. The last time I was here, actually, we made known that the books are online. However, to obtain the book, it's actually better if you contact Ever Productions.
Okay.
In other words, get the books directly from me, because we're still working out some things online, whereas there are legalities that prevent me from speaking about the online products at this time.
Excuse me, can I jump in here for a
Yes,
second?
go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Is Teal holding it up over there right now?
Hello,
Is that
Teal?
Teal? I know her from.
Okay. Why don't you introduce Teal while we're talking?
This is my wife
Yes, yes.
of
Yes.
over 6 years.
Okay.
2 slices of turkey bacon, please. This is my wife of over 6 years, and she's holding up. Can you get a shot of that? Do you have a shot of that? She's holding up my latest offering that you have to read. It's called the Monster Vocalist Manual: How to Maximize Your Vocal Potential. And that's for all vocalists everywhere. Doesn't matter whether
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah. Teal actually.
Did you do this?
Yes.
Did you design these?
Teal actually is responsible for bringing my ideas to life. In other words,
you're great.
I would say, hey,
You're
I'd
great.
like this done, please do that. Can we work this out? And she'd say, how about this? How about that? I go, no, I want that. And then she'd go, how about that? And I go, oh, you know what? I like that. Yeah, let's do that. And so they're beautiful covers.
They're
Yeah.
beautiful. Are you available to do some of those?
Yes, I am available.
Okay. Because it's beautiful work.
Thank you. Thank you. The best way to get in touch with either Winston or me
Pardon me?
Speak up.
is through our website,
Okay.
either winstongay.com,
Okay.
and that will give you the telephone number, or Ever Productions Music.
Okay. Everproductionmusic.com.
.co.
.co.
You remind me.
C-O.
CO.
Okay.
.co. .co.
Okay.
You remind me of the show, Tool Time, Tim Allen, and
Yeah.
You're Behind the Fence.
Yeah.
His neighbor
Yeah.
never shows
Never-
the top or the
Well,
bottom.
but
He never
no.
shows the bottom of his half of his face.
But these are really, look at this one. These are really well, look at that. That's really well done, you know. But that is real. But what, back to that book, as we're talking, like I explained to you, sometimes I don't have time to sit down and really read nowadays, right?
And
So
I promised to tell you how to cure writer's block.
But wait a minute.
Okay.
But I noticed the other day I was on the computer and a lot of good things caught my eye. Okay, and I was able to sit there and read. So that's why I asked you about the book being online where I can go and read it. That's what I was asking.
The answer is yes, but it's a guarded yes
Okay.
right now. It's a guarded yes.
Well, when it's ready, You know.
But yeah, you'll be the second one to know.
Yeah, I have
Well,
it.
the third one. Well, you'll be the fourth one to know.
Right.
There'll be God.
Oh gosh.
There'll be me,
Yes, God.
Teal, and then you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
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 Look at, I like that. Winston Gays instrumental, inspirational favorites. So those
Now,
of
Teal, you
you,
did this one too?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God.
I had the idea to put the guitars side by side, and then the guitar in the two acoustic guitars, two nylon string guitars, because I'm playing many of the selections with nylon string guitar. Just a beautiful melody, beautiful melody. The guitar in the middle, though, that's my guitar synthesizer. That's my guitar synth guitar, where I can. So if you hear saxophone or violins or timpani or anything other than a nylon string guitar on that album, the guitar in the middle is the one that's responsible for that.
Isn't that amazing? It's amazing work. Good.
Yeah.
And all of those, all of this was used on your CD, right? All of it.
Well, when you say all of it, I mean all the technology.
You say all the technology.
All the technology, that I have at my fingertips via the guitar synthesizer is on the wonderful CD.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, both of you done a really excellent job. Okay.
I need some bacon for that.
And you
where's
really
the
done an
turkey bacon
excellent job.
sound again?
Now,
Thank you.
let's go back to the CD a few minutes. Perfect Imperfection.
Yes.
Okay. Now that's the one that Gilbert wanted us to play, and that's the one we played. Okay. How did that come about?
That came about. Actually, some people came to me and they said, "Well, Winston, John Legend has that line in his song, in one of his latest songs, Perfect Imperfection." And I said, "Oh, I forgot all about that." But I wrote Perfect Imperfection as kind of a spoof on all of us, whom others see as perfect, and then some others see us as imperfect. And you know what I try and do, Doris, if I may say? I look at a CD like a movie, like I'm watching a movie. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that the late great director Alfred Hitchcock.
Okay.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Okay. Okay.
If you are or have become an Alfred Hitchcock fan or have seen any of his works, not only was that's right, Psycho. Not only was he known as the master of suspense, but every Alfred Hitchcock movie has an element of whimsy or hilarity in it, or lightheartedness, or joking, or jesting, or something in it, to kind of break the tension.
Okay.
And so I do the same thing whenever I write a song. There's, or somewhere in the album, there's an element where I kind of poke fun at myself. I poke fun at the song. I'm poking fun at a serious song to kind of break the tension. And I have found out that people love to laugh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And laughter, as a matter of fact, years ago, when I was single, I would find that introducing hilarity to a conversation when I was talking with a woman, that was ideal. That was ideal, I mean, guys had a rap, back in those days. They would say, yeah, they had their rap, they had what they were going to say to a woman rehearsed, so to speak. They had a collection of phrases that they would, try out, okay? But I would just be myself and try and joke around, kind of thinking that would repel them, but it actually endeared them even the more to me. Okay. So I joke around in my music, and that makes my music not only great for seniors, but it's great for people who are in an age group below seniors, and it's great for children.
Yeah, because you do a lot of children kind of things too.
So I try and cover all the age groups just by trying to introduce a balanced song.
Okay.
Per se.
Well, you know, now this song here, I heard the song before, and I heard it on your CD. Me, You, and My Guitar.
Yes.
Okay. Now, with this song, the melody is great, and the lyrics are awesome. Okay.
Thank you.
But you know, this is a Smokey Robinson song. I hear Smokey Robinson all over the song.
You know what? That's funny because I was trying to introduce this song to Smokey Robinson via a friend of mine, his present-day guitar player.
Really?
Yeah, and I said, you know what? Robert Bowles.
Okay.
I said, you know, you and Smokey could do this song together, where Smokey features you, since you're his, you know, his solitary guitar player now. Smokey usually had two guitar players, but now he has one.
Okay.
This would be a great song for you and Smokey.
This is an ideal song. The melody, the lyrics, the falsetto, everything is Smokey Robinson. So Smokey Robinson is supposed to be in town soon, or coming this way soon, or what?
Yes, he comes in and out of the East and West Coast, you know, from time to time.
We need to get the song. This is for him. I could hear it all over. If I didn't know you did it, I would say this is Smokey. You know? But it's a real good song. Seriously, you should try to get it to Smokey Robinson, right?
Here's the deal with this. Me, You, and My Guitar, I wrote that, and I stripped away all instrumentation. I stripped away all the violins and the oboes and the cello, the celli, and all other instrumentation that the pianos, anything that I could emulate with my guitar synth. I eliminated it and said, hey, it's going to be me, you, and my guitar.
Excellent, Tim. Excellent. It really.
I don't need a symphony to play a song for you. No chorus line or a 10-piece band. I've got the melody and the harmony and the rhythm section too. Everything is on my 6th string. Now all I need is you.
Smokey all the way. But let me interrupt for a moment.
Yes.
And let's go and say hello to our Facebook fans and friends and the whole world, really.
People are tuning in at this late
now,
hour.
Do you want to, can you see? Do you want to read, or do you want me to read?
I want you to read.
Okay, so that means you can't see either.
No, it means that
Okay,
my 4 eyes are employed right now.
Sandy Sykes, I'm in the house. Hi, Sandy. Benny Barksdale Jr. says, hi there, Winston and Doris. Hi,
Saxophone.
Benny. Yes, isn't he great?
Yes, he's a great player.
Great. Pamela Renee Smith said, hi, Winston. Can't wait to see you work with you on the 29th.
Pam sings the blues.
And I have a new tune by Pam. Now, wait a minute. It's called Smooth Groove, and I listened to it today. And it's just as cute as it could be. And
when you say you have a tune for Pam,
no,
did you?
She sent me a tune.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And she sent me this tune to play on Philly Live Radio. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, and so we're going to play this tune on Tuesday on Philly Live Radio.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned Philly Live Radio.
Yeah.
Because Philly Live Radio is in the self-same scenario or situation is doing exactly what you're doing here with your video, with you and Gil's video show.
Yes.
Philly Live Radio is accomplishing that very same thing audibly.
Yes. Yes.
It's giving local people, local talent, an opportunity to showcase their talents, their musical works.
And the thing about it is that we play almost all the songs, you know, that the radio, the broadcast radios won't play. We play, and we give a little history, you know. So it's like a part 2 to the indie show. You have this, and then we go to Philly Live Radio. So when you send us songs, we have a couple people. Let's go through that send us songs like every week that goes on Philly Live Radio.
Everybody has talked about doing what you and Gil are doing now. Many people have talked about doing it.
Okay.
And talk, as they say, is cheap. Okay.
If you don't do it right. No, it's
you know, talk is like a derrieres. Everybody has one. All right. But you and Gil are the only ones that have really reached out or reached back.
Right.
And are really putting your money where your mouth is, so to
Thank you,
speak.
Winston.
I
We're
appreciate
trying.
that.
We are
My wife
trying.
and I appreciate that very
Okay,
much.
all right. Benny Barksdale is saying again, so great to see you both. Shirley Carter is another
Shirley Carter.
excellent. She always follow us, and good evening, Shirley. Okay, Heartfest. Now Heartfest sends us stuff every week. Heartfest is from Georgia. Okay, and he says, hi Doris and Gil, special thanks to Winston, such an accomplished musician, artist, keep the music flowing, God bless. Now Heartfest has a tune that I fell in love with, and it's called Eyes on You.
Eyes on you.
Yes,
Eyes on
yes.
you.
Eyes
on you.
It's really a good tune, and we play it almost every week on Philly Live Radio. Okay, so
Remember that. That title,
every
everybody.
week,
Eyes on you.
Philly
All right?
Live Radio, and Philly
Okay.
Live Radio.
Don't forget.
Airs on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock on Top Talents of Philadelphia. Is that right? You got it, right?
Talents of Philadelphia.
Okay. Heartfest joined again. Benny Barksdale is back. Dean Marlowe, he joined. Hi, Dean. Glad that you're here. Hi,
Dean Morrow.
Yes.
Dean Morrow. Fabulous singer and entertainer.
And a fabulous person. He's such a nice person.
Dean
Yes.
gave me a check last week for $2 million.
Oh,
he did.
really?
Yeah, unfortunately it was Monopoly money. I couldn't spend it, but just the fact that he had it in his heart to do it.
Yes,
He
yes.
thought about doing it. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much.
And Rosa Richardson, she always joins, always support. Thank you, Rosa. And Matt Green, he's always there. Thanks, Matt. Matt, if you contact me, you and Rosa too, I have something for you because we have an event coming up with Winston. Is it next week? October 29th?
Yes,
Okay.
but that's October 29th.
Right.
Remember, this goes to YouTube. So that's October 29th, the year of our Lord, 2019.
Right.
At Raymore and Flanagan, the furniture place. You know Raymore and Flanagan. Come on. Raymore and Flanagan, where? Because they're all over the place. Raymore and
Baltimore
Flanagan on Baltimore Pike in
Baltimore
Springfield,
Pike.
Pennsylvania.
And
All right.
the event starts at 6 o'clock.
6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
so
PM.
So Matt and Rosa, Dean, guys, if you're there, if you come on by, I'll get you in. You've always supported us, and we want to support you. And we want you to see Winston's performance. Okay? All right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do pretty well.
Shirley, you too. Shirley, come on by. Eddie Holman, the third, he joined.
Eddie Holman Sr. or Eddie Holman Jr.?
Junior.
Okay.
Okay. But last week
Eddie
we
was
did,
just on.
Listen, we did something. I don't know if Eddie tuned in to the show last week. But Eddie, we did something with the show last week. We did Father Like Son. Okay? So we played the father, Hey There Lonely Girl, and then we played the son. One Time Lover. Is that what it's called? Only Lover.
Only Lover.
Okay, we did that. It was excellent. We had got a lot of compliments on that, how that flew.
That's wonderful. I actually played with both of them.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And like yourself, I remember when Eddie Jr. was a little baby. He was walking around. Daddy, my diaper. Change my diaper.
He said he came to my house when he was 3 years old. I said, oh, what? He said he was little. He was little. He was there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Shirley came back. Matt Green says, turn up the sound a little bit. Eddie Holman said, hello, Winston and Doris. James Brad said,
Shall we
hi.
turn up our voices or
Doris,
the
Winston
audio?
is a fun guy. Matt Green says, thanks. Benny said, all the best to you. Hi, T. T had a time of his life.
T-Life?
He was, Evelyn King was here. Was it Tuesday?
Yes.
Tuesday, and she got a star. I'm not too sure of all the things that happened, but it was an interesting evening, and it was full of fun. And he was chosen to give her an award.
Okay.
You know, and he is just besides himself. He is so happy, and we're glad
T-Life,
for you. T.
we're glad for you.
Yes.
But when you're beside yourself, it's hard to see yourself. It's hard to
But
see.
T was really good. You know, he worked hard. Evelyn worked hard. T worked hard. And all of those musicians and everything that made that song a great song. It's such a great song. It was a great song then. It's a great song now. Every time you hear Shame, what you want to do?
You want to dance.
Right? You want to dance.
I know I want to dance
You
when I hear
automatically
Shame.
jump up and you're ready to go, right?
That's right. I want to call T-Life and I want to thank him.
Yes,
and
yes.
I want to call up my boy, Sam Peake, and say, man, play that solo again. Play that solo. That was impromptu.
Yes.
Play that impromptu
Sam was
solo
great,
that they
Sam.
kept on the record.
And while we're talking about it, we want to give credit to the writers of that song, which is John Fitch. And Reuben Cross, right?
John Fitch and Reuben Cross.
Yeah, congratulations. It's such a great song. Okay, and then we had Barbara Berger join in. And Barbara's a friend of mine from West Virginia. Thanks for joining in, Barbara. Levon Donnie Tatum join in. Thanks, Donnie. Carlos says, what's happening, Godfather? You're the man. Can't wait to come to your gig. Tell Doris about our Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes days and the gig we just did 2 weeks ago. Come on down the Top Shelf Lounge sometimes and play with me and Stacy McGee and Johnny. Oh, it must be Johnny Croom. Okay, because I was okay.
Those guys were some of the are some of the most the most energetic and the funnerest musicians that I've played with, great musicians in a while. I cannot talk about my tenure with Carlos in the Harold Melvin and the Blue Note days. I cannot talk about that on camera, anywhere, anytime, any place. Only in polite company can I not talk about it. However, I wound up doing a 50th anniversary of West Philadelphia High School.
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
And Carlos happened to be the drummer on that.
Oh, okay.
And also Moses was he led it on guitar.
Moses.
No, Moses.
Moses?
Yeah.
Last name.
I don't know his last name.
Okay.
His last name escapes me, but it's in my brain. I just can't pull it out right now. However, he was. I actually am part of the class of 1960. And so Carlos, what happened? Was there? That was this. I don't know what happened there. And
Okay.
and you know what's funny? When I when I lived in L.A. and I was talking to, I met Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And we talked for a while. And he said, "What are you, a comedian?" And I said, "No, man. I just, I like to laugh, and I like to find humor in things because this world is so people are so things are so crazy that And I said, "No, I'm not a comedian. I'm a musician just like you." Okay. I said, as a matter of fact, I remember when you were, when you and your brothers, came to the Uptown years ago.
Okay.
So that was funny.
Let's finish this. Jessica, hi Jess, my cousin. She's always there. Thanks for joining in, Jess. Thanks, Shirley, again. Thanks, Matt. And T said, after working with Harold, it is a wonder you're not beside yourself. Okay.
Here's the thing. Now look at me. T. Zoop. Mum's the word. Okay? Thank you so much. No, but Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes were a great bunch of, they're a great group. Okay, Trudy, Melvin, a great bunch of guys to work with, very energetic. We had a lot of fun on the road. And we've got stories to tell that only we can share with each other. It's not for the general public, okay? But we had a great deal of fun, and it was good for my book of memories.
Hi, Shirley Lights and Jay Newsom. Thank you. Thank you for joining in.
Shirley Lights.
Yeah, Shirley Lights and Jay Newman join in. We want to thank you for joining in.
Shirley, are you going to teach me to sing those ridiculously high notes that you sing? Thank you.
Well, she will.
Go ahead.
She will. Shirley's now one of the DJs on Philly Live Radio.
Get out of here.
Yeah, she comes on Friday evenings from 10 to 12. Okay, light up the night with Shirley Lights. Okay, so if you're interested in dancing for
She
2
got
hours
that disco
straight,
song out too.
yeah, 2 hours. But no, Shirley Lights. Let me do this, and we won't get back to you. I've got to say this. She has a tune that I like. I really like it. It's called Paradise. Lover's Paradise.
Lover's Paradise.
Okay. And it's a real good song. And we play it on Philly Live Radio all the time, but we play it on Tuesday on the top program. So listen to that. That's a good song.
And tell me what it's called again.
Lover's Paradise.
That's Lover's
Yes,
Paradise.
It's a good song. Okay.
Featuring the legendary Shirley Lights on Philly Live Radio.
Okay, now Winston, we're going to get back to you because time is running by, and we want to know where are you going to be performing in the next couple months, or either next week? Tell us all about that.
You mean after the Raymore and Flanagan?
The Raymore and Flanagan, and by the way, Raymore and Flanagan was sponsored by, Winston's event was sponsored by Raymore and Flanagan. And it's a fundraiser for Simply Music, which is a 501c3. We teach kids how to play music. I teach piano. Winston teaches guitar. So it's a fundraiser for the kids. So please join us if you can. It's Tuesday from 6 to 8, Raymore and Flanagan in Springfield. After that, what's up for Winston?
After that, there's so many things that I like to put forward. However, I will be performing at Giuseppe's Trattoria, gargantuan Italian restaurant in Edgemont, Pennsylvania, which is halfway. Those of you who are familiar with Westchester, the Westchester area, halfway to Westchester, Edgemont, PA, on Valentine's Day. So bring your
14th,
your loved one.
14th.
February the 14th of the year 2020. And yes, I'll have more bacon. 2020, February 14th, I'll be appearing there. And we're working on some things right now, some venues, whereas I can do what I do. We were talking earlier off camera about trying to categorize how I do what I do.
That's right. We have to categorize it, and we have to make it work. And you're one of the many talented people, out there in Philadelphia. You're one of the many talent. And one thing I would like to do is to see the talent get its due, okay? And I know you are a songwriter, and man, you came into our shop on 60th and Market, and you gave a wonderful workshop.
What happened? It seems like I kind of wandered in, but I came there purposely to in support of the legendary great musician Alfie Pollard.
Yes, yes.
Keyboardist, arranger, composer.
Yes.
And Alfie Pollard. And I just sat down and tried to make myself inconspicuous. And I think someone in the audience, or maybe yourself, asked the question. And so I just gave answer, and somehow the room took a different vibe, so to speak. It was like, woo! I just answered the question.
It was Butchie. It was Butchie.
Butch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Butch Fortune. When Winston's name was mentioned.
Yeah.
Butch
He
Fortune
gave all
said,
kinds of accolades.
He's here. And I didn't know Winston from nobody. So I went to talk to the great Winston Gays, but I went to the wrong person. I didn't know, so I'm sitting down trying to get some information. He said, Miss, I'm not Winston Gays. And so he directed me over there where you were sitting. But then after that, you came in and you did a workshop for us.
Yes,
and
thank you so much for allowing me to do that.
That was great. And that workshop was on how to write melodies, or how to write a song. I can't remember exactly.
Well, on that particular workshop, I tried to expound a little bit on the 3 books that I have, which are the Monster Musician's Manual for all musicians, how to be a monster musician, how to do how to take what you do and actually make it, how to maximize it, I've always been a type of extremist, and if you point that, it's not necessarily good all the time, but if you can channel those extremities in the right direction, that's how monster musicians are made. And so I wanted to touch on my first book, The Monster Musician's Manual, and then aspects from the second book, The Monster Songwriter's Manual, and my third and most magnanimous book, I call it the most magnanimous because it's 389 pages. That's a lot. That's a lot of words, but it covers a lot. And that's the Monster Vocalist Manual, and that
I gotta read him.
It's not just for singers. If you're a meteorologist, if you're an auctioneer, if you're in a situation where you need to get up and give a dissertation, whether it be in class or customer service, whatever, and you're speaking, that's not going to work. So I teach you microphone etiquette, how to use a microphone. Don't do that, etc., etc., etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have that, and then you have you teach guitar.
I do
now,
teach guitar.
Where do you teach? What do you?
At some years, not too long ago, I was teaching at 2 places. I was teaching at the Sam Ash. Music store, a music superstore in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania.
King of Prussia, that's right.
And I was also teaching at the Gibson School of Music.
Oh, Gibson, okay.
So I was at the Gibson School of Music about maybe 6 years, something like that. And then I was at Sam Ash for about 4 years.
Okay.
And then when I reached the ripe young age of then I decided to leave the Sam Ash Superstore.
Okay.
And I also left the Gibson School of Music.
Okay.
And so I decided to start teaching privately.
Okay.
Privately.
And that's what you're doing now.
And some of my students are some of the finest players in the land, actually. No, I mean, it doesn't, not because of me per se, but because they are dedicated to practice, to practicing.
Now, Winston.
Yes, dear.
What type or genre of music do you like to play? Because you play it all. So if you had to choose, which one would you choose?
That is a wonderful, wonderful question to which I don't have a pat answer to.
Okay.
Because whenever I pick up, let's say, my nylon string acoustic classical, which is a misnomer, classical guitar. I can stay on it for hours. I can stay on it. I can stay on it for 8 hours and not want to pick up an electric guitar at all. And so then I'll put it down and pick up my electric guitar and go for 8 hours on that, so to speak. And then put that down and pick up my synthesized guitar and play acoustic baby grand piano or violins or oboe or cello or vibes.
Let me jump in here for a second.
Wow.
By the way, when Winston plays that synth, he's a one-man band.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Everything.
You know what? Thank you, both of you. However, I have to reiterate, I've only got 2 hands. I've only got 2 hands. So, unlike a drummer, or an organist, who can have all 4 things going at the same time, or the old-fashioned one-man band that had the harmonica in their mouth and the cymbals on their elbows and everything. I don't do that.
Okay.
So my sounds are modern sounds. Yeah.
Okay.
But
But
thank you for that.
still are a one-man band.
One-man band.
Well, that was the only thing I could say about myself. I will say this: I do play with bands when necessary. When there's a venue or job that requires 10 pieces, I certainly assemble 10 pieces, 10 musicians, the finest musicians that I can, and I'll write off the charts and and we'll perform as a band.
Okay.
So the one-man band thing was kind of out of necessity.
Okay. All right. Well, you're doing a lot of good things. Is Raymore and Flanagan, has that sold out?
It is sold out.
It is sold out? Yeah, okay. That's wonderful.
Hello over there. How have you been keeping?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Okay,
Very
so
well.
that was really good, and we hope to be able to do some more interesting things, in the very, very near future. Because that's part of the promotional plan, too.
Yes.
The indie show, Philly Live Radio, the live shows, all of it comes into play.
You might find me performing almost anywhere.
Okay.
On any, you might find me at any venue worth its salt, so to speak. Because, and I have to say this, because and people have said, and people say, and use this expression very loosely, but they'll say, well, the Lord moves in mysterious ways, his wonders to perform. I'd rather say that the Lord loves his kids, and he opens doors that no man or woman can close, and shuts doors that no man or woman can open.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so wherever you find me, truly, the Lord of hosts has enabled that to be so.
Okay. So you have the performance next week, and you have something in Valentine's Day, right? So then you need to book something for Black History Month, right?
Sounds good.
Right? Hey, Pamela Renee, did you hear me?
Am I
Okay.
black?
Because Pamela Renee.
Wait a minute.
Pamela Renee.
I'm
is
not.
all
No,
over,
I'm brown.
And she's booking
I'm
everything
brown.
on.
Leave me alone. I'm brown.
So let's go with Pamela Renee. Get us a booking for Black History Month, Pam. Okay, now.
Don't write me cards. I don't want to hear it.
All the
I don't need
things.
cards. I
All
want to
the
hear it.
things that you do with your music, with your writing, with your teaching, all those things. If you had to make a choice of doing one, which one would you choose?
Woo!
You only can do one. Which one would you choose?
Woo! That's my answer. Woo! Because I don't have an answer for that. When I was
You wouldn't be able to?
No.
When I was a boy and playing the guitar, and my mom was on Earth, she would say, Winston, you need to teach. You need to teach. And I go, no, I don't want to teach, man. That's boring. No, I don't want to teach. No. I want to play. But as I got older, what are you laughing about?
You can really say, yeah, you're teaching.
What are you laughing about?
Because you said as I got older, things change. Things change with age. You didn't want to do it then, but as you got older, finish. You needed to sit down and teach.
As I got older, I realized the value of what she was saying to me.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
And I thought you were going to say I got tired of playing and standing up, so I just sat down and started teaching.
No. It both have their value because what you're actually doing, because our time here is short on Earth, and you're passing it on to someone else. As the saying goes, pass it on. Okay, you just, or paying it forward. Okay, you're passing it on to someone else.
So when you're talking to this world this evening, and you've done so many things, and you're still doing a lot of things, and you want to encourage others to do that, you want to inspire them, what are some of your words of wisdom to them this evening?
People have called me actually more recently and asked me for help.
Okay.
And for the
help me,
and I say, how much?
Okay.
And for the most part, my help at this point in my life or my career can come in the form of advice, and that advice is simply don't give up your dream. It's not something that what I'm saying is not anything new. It's certainly not new. There's nothing new under the sun. Don't give up. If you quit, actually, let me say this too. I have this in the book. You can actually have a dream in your heart. You can quit for various reasons, and still fulfill that dream. Absolutely. However, ideally, don't quit. If you can, don't quit. And just run the race, in its entirety. And just keep knocking on doors. Just keep knocking on those doors. Out of 1,000 people, let's say, you're not looking for 1,000 people to like you. You're looking for one.
Right.
Because all you really need is one. I think somewhere someone wrote a book or a record or something called The Power of One.
Okay.
All you need is one. Okay?
Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense because you know how people go, they put these songs, well, they used to put these songs out and they put songs out, nothing hit. They only needed one, And like it's a gentleman we're going to feature on Talents of Philadelphia on Tuesday. Let me get his name together. Lee Andrews and the Hearts. Okay, and his struggles that he went through, and that one song he put out, "Long Lonely Nights,"
Long.
and how that hit everything. Yeah. It was just the one that made him. And,
put his name on the map.
Yeah, just one, and it's been like that for, So if you keep trying and you just get that one.
We are family.
Yes, just one, right?
All you need is one.
You need just that one. So I understand that. Well, is there anything you would like to say to your audience?
Yes, there is one more thing that's very important also. Historically, if you call yourself an artist and I want to make it big, I want to make it. Number one, find out what making it is for you. How does that translate for you? You want to be rich? Fine. You want to be famous? Fine. You want to be rich and famous? Fine. Here's what you need to do.
Okay.
If you are a creative artist, if you're an actor, a dancer, a musician, or whatever you do, if you embroider things or whatever you do as a creative artist, you must study business and marketing. You must. If you do not, you will suffer.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And if you don't believe me, just look at historically.
Yes.
Look at all the artists before you who have suffered in one way or another. Even most recently, who have suffered, financially suffered, because you did not understand the business of
right.
the business aspect
Yes.
of what you're trying to do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They know the show, they don't know the business.
That's right.
right.
They know the show, but they don't, as Gil said, they know the show. You know the show, but you don't know the business. And it hurts you, and then you get mad at the man and at the world and at this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
And you think that one ethnicity is holding you back, and this ethnicity and blah, 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 blah. You need to do your homework. Get smart, as the show goes. Get smart, and you will succeed.
All right. Okay. Bill? Okay. Now it's time for us to close. And I want to say thank you to you both for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
we're almost there. October 29th, we're going to do our performance, our event. We'll have a good time. We're sold out. We had some little food there. And one of my little students, Benjamin Easley, I think it's Easley, oh God, Ben, if I say your name wrong, please forgive me. I see you every week. He will be there. He's 7 years old, and he's going to play Got the Blues, okay?
He's 70.
7.
Oh.
Now, how would he be a little student? Well, he could be a little student at 7. Right. But
I
he's
misheard you.
He's 7 years old, and he's going to play Got the Blues, and he's really a good student.
You got the
okay?
blues.
And on that, at Raymore and Flanagan, we're going to have a gift basket, and we're going to give away some free piano lessons, free guitar lessons, some free, what else? It was some, free tickets to the indie show, and it was something Winston was supposed to do.
Three albums of.
Oh, yes,
Winston.
some tunes, right?
I'll be selling everything there.
No, we're giving something away.
Yeah, there'll be giveaways.
Yeah, and
there'll
then-
be things that are available for sale.
And then Raymore and Flanagan is saying that if you spend $1,000 or more on that night, you get $100 off. So that's their promotional tool
Right.
for coming in to the event and seeing Winston Gays on October 29th.
Now, when this goes to YouTube, all of this information will be a thing of the past.
Yes.
Okay? It'll be a thing of the past. One day later, it'll be the past.
That's how it is.
Okay?
Okay, now if you're interested in appearing to the indie show, all you have to do is go to my website, dhjindieshow.com, and click on contacts and send me your information. That's the first thing. And then if you want to donate to Simply Music, which is the 501c3, and that's for the kids, you do the same. Go to the website and hit the donate button and donate. Any donation you give would be greatly appreciated. We appreciate it. We need to get the kids music books and music accessories, and so far I have like 10 kids now. You know,
You've got 10 children.
We have 10. Yes, I have 10 keyboards in my basement, and I have 10 kids, and they need earphones, and they need so many things. We
You've
need
got
new
10
cameras.
natural children?
Okay, let's continue. And then we go in here because next Thursday is Halloween. Because next Thursday is Halloween, the indie show is going to air on October 30th, which is Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Okay, and featuring would be we're going to feature Olivia Faison.
Olivia Faison.
Now she's running for a position in city council, and she's also a vocalist. Okay, so this is going to be interesting, and she's going to be here on the indie show. Okay?
Olivia Faison.
Yes, yes,
Wonderful.
yes.
Ms. Olivia Faison.
So before I go and close out everything, I want to say thank you to Ron, who joined in, Ron Taylor, Harry Lindsay, Gregory G. Man Boyd with
Harry
Harold Melvin,
Lindsay.
right?
Gregory G. Man Boyd.
Yes, and Harold Melvin is going to close out our show. The Blue Notes, I should say, is going to close out our show in November. Okay, because after November we won't have a show again until January. So they're going to close out. Dennis
wonderful.
Harris said hello.
The legendary guitarist Dennis Harris.
Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to get Naomi Burton. Hi, Naomi. And T. Life says thank you again. Winston. It was one more I want to get to, but I can't get down the page. But thank you all for joining in. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're on Instagram and Twitter. Now, if you want to listen to some great, good music, I've been talking about Philly Live Radio all night. They play such good music. We have 4 DJs on Philly Live Radio. You can go on the website and get the times and the schedule for those shows, okay? I'm Doris Hall James. I want to thank you all for listening. And have a good evening, and we'll see you next week. We're out. Thank you. Bye-bye.